Good evening, friends. It's indeed my pleasure to welcome you all on the day which is the National Sports Day for our country. As we are aware that Major Dhyan Chand, who has been the wizard of the hockey, was born on this day. And after him, the nation has bestowed upon the National Youth Day. Our Gymkhana, Nehru Gymkhana, has been conducting since past 1 month, 4 or 5 weeks, the webinars of our international acclaimed sports persons. And today it is my privilege to welcome Devidas Yadavji, who is the acclaimed international coach for the volleyball, and Miss Vaishali Phadtare, who is international acclaimed coach too, and international player and Chhatrapati Shivaji awardee. I welcome you both, sir and ma'am Vaishali, to the forum, and please enlighten us and our participants of the Nehru Gymkhana webinar with your thoughts and energyful speech. Thank you. Now I hand over the mic to Shibu, who will be taking the path further to the journey of this webinar today.
Sinha sir, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this moments and for your precious time you are given to for this webinar. Without you, it is impossible. I take a pleasure to introduce these two dignitaries as a guest of honor for our webinar. With my heart, I would like to introduce very well-known volleyball coach of India, Sri Devidas Yadavji, sir, who is an expert volleyball coach for over 40 years. It's almost 4 decades now. He was an Indian volleyball team head coach for several men's and the women's international volleyball champion. And many Shiv Chhatrapati awardees and international volleyball players trained under his able guidance. We always value that Chhatrapati awardees and all them. Under his guidance, they have received this monuments, I can say, in their life. And he's a member of a national selection committee since last 25 years now, and founder and coach of Maratha Warriors team for the first IVL, that is Indian Volleyball League. He's translated international books rules, in a Marathi. He's also Khel Pratishthan Pune for the best coach for the years of 2003. And he's also awarded for the Parishram Mains State Level Lifetime Achievement Award on 2006. He's also founder of a Ishan Sports Foundation. And again, I have an immense pleasure to introduce one more guest of honor, as nobody but this is Miss Vaishali Phadtare. She's an international volleyball player and a versatile coach. Why I'm saying versatile coach? Now you can just come to back now for this now. She is a recipient of a Shiv Chhatrapati Award and very dear to Devidas Yadav sir. You can say pupil, you can say that way. And she had played international from 1993 to 2006. She is also senior national from 1998 to 2008, 21 years, which itself is a record. For 21 years, she was playing in the nationals. And she's also All India Railway she played for All India Railway for 1993 to 2009. She's also played for the Federation Cup from 1993 to 2003. And to be a top, it's a pleasure always. Ladies and gentlemen, she's also captain India in Asian Games and SAF Games and other international tournaments. Now, what I'm going to speak about her is just a gist of it. She has won 14 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze medal in the international tournaments. This is achievement what I'm speaking. There are more are there which we have not mentioned in this. She has won many awards as a best setter. She has done prestigious courses in coaching. Now today, being as a coach, there are a lot of courses which are supposed to be done. She has done so many other coaches, the program she have done it. Right now, she's currently as a coach for the junior level and senior women's team. At present, she is a coach of Indian senior women national team.
Let's put a hand together
and also
to
coaching
welcome
the Indian
today's guest of
Railways
honor,
women's
Sri
team.
Devidas Yadavji, and our very own Vaishali Fadtare. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes. As Mr. Sinhaji said, that today is the National Sports Day of India. It is very appropriate to have amongst us two very famous personalities in the field of volleyball. Before I start with the questions to the personalities, I would like to share an incident with you all, which takes us back to 2005 Asian Championships. The Indian women's team were playing in a match in that championship, and the captain of our team, being the best player, also the best player, was sitting out because of illness. She was not well. She was sitting in the sidelines and seeing a team performing not up to the mark. She got up and went to her coach and took his permission to play in spite of her illness. And sir, the coach gave her the permission. She entered the court and her performance made a big impact on the game. So I want to tell you all that today the coach and the determined, courageous girl were none other than today's speakers, Devidas Jadavji sir and Vaishali Fadtare madam. I welcome you all both on behalf of Nehru Gymkhana. With your permissions, I ask the first question without wasting much time because we have two guests today. My first question is to Devidas sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. My first question is to you, sir. Please tell us something about your younger age, when you were young, and how did you become a volleyball coach?
Yeah. In a primary education in my rural area, I used to walk around 5 kilometers daily up and down. After in a secondary stage, I used to walk around 7 to 8 kilometers daily up and down. During that prayer, I used to play all the games, but it was only Indian games. When I joined college, then we came to know that there is a foreign games also, and like a basketball, volleyball, and all other cricket like that. During the first 3 years, I used to concentrate on athletics, whereas there was no volleyball for me to play over there. But in a third year, one of the Mr. Wankhede, Professor Wankhede, Professor Godse, they came in the last year's end of the year, and he was basically volleyball player. He started volleyball over there, but the year passed. So then I come to Satara. Then I started playing over there. Then one Mansingh Jagtap was there, and he told that, hey, you just jumping and holding the basketball ring, why not playing volleyball? You concentrate your athletics, but as well as you play the volleyball. And I started volleyball. After that, at Prayed University, Shivaji University, then during the law college, I was playing. But during that senior colleges, law colleges, I used to work somewhere and do my practice also. After 2 years, in 1975, Government of Maharashtra, one advertise has come for a coach, volleyball coach.
Okay.
Then I applied, I got selected. Then in 1975 itself, I did my diploma in coaching volleyball in Bangalore itself. Then afterwards coming, my first posting was at Nasik. And I started coaching over there. And 14 years I was in Nasik. That is my journey start as a coach.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your journey with us. My next question is for Vaishali ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to ask you, which were the games you liked when you were young, when you were small, and why did you choose volleyball?
Actually, in the younger days, when I was in my school, as everyone maybe in fifth or sixth standard, you play lots of games, and I also accordingly used to play a lot of games. But in our school, we had good athletes, one or two athletes, and a basketball team was also good. So in the recess and all, we used to just go and play. Sometimes athletics, we should run here and there. And then one fine day in the school itself, when we were playing, one coach came and asked me, means our sports teacher only came and asked me that would you like to go and play volleyball because our team has not been completed, so you need to play volleyball. So I said, okay, fine, I can play. Let's see. But till then time, I had already played in the state championship in athletics. We had a good relay team, and I had participated in the under 14 school nationals in basketball also. I had got selected actually. But then why I chose volleyball was at that time we had proper coaching in Nasik. We had coach like Mr. Devidas Jadhav sir, and other games didn't have qualified coaches at that time in Nasik. Maybe I was playing very good cricket also, but at that time because of the coaching aspect, I came and joined volleyball and started playing volleyball.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question is to Jadhav sir. Sir, how and when did
Yes.
you spot? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Jadhav?
yeah.
Yeah. How and when did you spot the talent in Vaishali ma'am?
Actually, my first posting was at Nasik, and I was doing a coaching over there, and our teams also was very good. We have 4 or 5 Shiva Chhatrapati awardees in Nasik also, as well as our all the age group and senior women team was a champion for the Maharashtra, 5-6 years also. After that, I used to go some schools also to find out that talent. One day I visited the Nirmala Convent school where there was a Mr. Parbat who is a sports director over there. He told that "Hey, we have good team and good stuff with us. Some talented boys and girls are there." Then I went to his school. Then I called everyone, means Mr. Parbat collected all the girls and he told that, hey, we are playing volleyball also and we'll join the district coaching center at Nasik. So that they have come over there. So meanwhile, she was also very, very lean and thin, wandering here and there. And the day I have seen her, she was very notorious also that time. So we like such people who can give their 100% efforts for the any game. So she was the first girl to select over there. Then her sister also coming over there and she started playing volleyball.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for spotting the talent. Otherwise, India would have lost a gem.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. My next question is for ma'am. Ma'am, just like a potter takes a piece of clay and shapes it and molds it into a beautiful pot, the same way a good coach takes a raw talent and molds that person into a great player. Just like he did it to you, ma'am. I
Correct.
think you were very fortunate to have a coach like Jadhav sir's caliber, and in this long association with him, what was your experience and what are the good qualities that sir possesses as a coach?
See, to start at a younger age, I told you I was playing a lot of games actually at that time, and I was good at it.
Okay.
But just because we didn't have a proper coach, I couldn't at that age. I couldn't go and join any other game. Maybe I would have played cricket, I would have made career. Maybe I would have played basketball, I would have made career. But at that energy, what the player or a person has to nurture that energy in a proper way, you need a coach for that. See, lots of people on the street are also playing. You just go on the street, you'll find many boys on the playground. You go, you find many players playing. But to nurture that, to channelize that energy in a good way, you need those eyes or maybe that experience of a coach to make them, to mold them in such a way.
Yes, ma'am.
And that I was fortunate that at that time maybe sir was posted over there, and maybe we went to the volleyball coach on the private clubs over there, and we went and learned volleyball. That was sheer my luck and nothing else. And then afterwards everything was history. And saying about Jadhav sir, we are today, I can tell everyone, I tell everyone many a times in many interviews that there are so many players in Maharashtra and in India also who are here only because of sir.
Great.
I am Vaishali Fattare, volleyball player only because of sir. If you just say Vaishali Fattare, I think many will not know. But if you say an international volleyball player or maybe a coach, then many people will know. Then association with him is for long years. I say from the time maybe 6th or 7th standard I was there, maybe from 85 till date, it is still associated as a player, now as a coach. And we learn a lot of things from him in life. It's not only about coaching, other aspects of life also we have learned lots of things in, and he's our role model.
Great.
So we follow him. Wherever he goes, we are going to follow him. That is what I know about him.
That's the greatness of a good coach, ma'am. I would like to share with the viewers something about volleyball. Volleyball was first invented in 1895 by Mr. William Morgan. It was first played in the YMCA in a place called Holyoke in USA. And I think originally it was called Mintonet. And then later on it was renamed into volleyball. So my next question is to Jadhav sir.
Yes, sir.
You are associated with volleyball for more than 40 years, sir. My question is, how many years did you work for the Indian team as a volleyball coach, and with how many legendary coaches did you work? Where you could,
Yes, sir.
where you had the good, we could get the good fortune to work with good legendary coaches, sir.
Yeah, sir. It is a good question.
Thank you.
Actually, since 1980, I was associated with the Indian teams, but unfortunately, miscommunication 1980, I could not attain because that letter did not reach to me in time, so I could not go. After 1984, when the first time I became a coach of the annual camps for the Indian teams, along with my guru, A. Kurup sir. Then 1980 itself, I did my level 1. 1986, I did my level 2 in Hong Kong. And then I got an opportunity because of my result from Maharashtra. And first time I have been nominated by VFI as a trainer along with for the Indian junior girls team in 1986. Then after that, 1986 to 2010, I was associated with Indian teams, maybe junior girls, maybe senior women's or senior junior boys teams. I was associated with Mr. A. Ramana Rao, Shivachatrapati awardee, as well as Dronacharya awardee. My coach, Guru A. Kurup, I was associated with him also for some camps. Then I got experience of Mr. Sham Sundar, who is the recipient of Arjuna, as a Dronacharya award as well as Arjuna award. All these three coaches and legendary coaches, Mr. Shankar Narayanappa, during my diploma, as well as Buchiramaya, he was under the guidance of his, I was training the Indian junior main team also. As well as 2-3 foreign coaches were there along with me. Daichenko Alexander from Russia, and one another coach which I have seen associated with some camps and all this in Alexander only. Then these are the all coaches, and one Gurbakh Singh, senior coach of the Indian team, who was a chief coach of the 1974 Asian Games. All these people, I work under the guidance of them.
Thank you, sir. My next question is to Vaishali ma'am. Ma'am, to just make it a bit peppy, let me ask you something, some experience in any international tournament you had, something memorable, something like exciting or funny.
Yeah, just recently, when I was the coach of the junior team, when I was taking the under 18 age group in the junior team, I had a lot of young and talented players whom I took them selected. And one day I came to know that when we were playing a tournament in Thailand, and we had a match. Whenever we used to have off days, these girls used to come, and every now and then, because I have got an habit of drinking little of tea in between, these girls used to come. Hello. This girls, can I continue?
Yeah, ma'am.
So these girls used to come, and every 1 hour or so, they used to come and ask me, "Madam, should we get tea for you?" One day I thought, okay, out of this, maybe they might have, while coming to the room, they might have seen in the cafeteria some. Then after 2 or 3 days, I came to know these girls, they were so naughty that they used to think, they used to tell me to get a cup of tea. With that, they used to get ice cream. So I was worried that why these girls are caring so much for me. The reason behind that was these girls, whenever went to get a cup of tea, they used to have ice cream or maybe chocolates over there, and then they used to come. So every now and then they used to come and address me with a cup of tea. So that was a very, very funny experience which I came to know, and then I had to stop all those things.
Okay, ma'am. Such things do happen when you're in
Yeah.
tours and
Age is the factor,
yeah,
nothing else. Age.
Definitely. I think even now you might be experiencing many things.
Lots of things.
Ma'am, my next question is to Jadhav sir. Where do you see the future of Indian volleyball, and what is the scope of improving, sir?
Yeah, that is a very nice question, sir.
Thank you.
The improvement in the Indian volleyball team also will be very, very high level. Earlier also, our standard of volleyball in men's section was very good. Once upon a time, out of 222 countries, our position, senior men's was a 39 position, whereas girls were 55. Whereas nowadays, only because of 4 or 5 years, our team could not participate due to some reason we don't know. And only because of this, now the ranking of the world ranking is down. But we have very good talent in our country. We got a tall boys also. And even though you can understand that 198, 199 centimeter average height of the Indian senior main team, as well as junior team also. In case of girls also,
excuse me, sir, 199.
17.
That is how many feet, sir?
Yes.
That is how many feet? How many feet that is? 198 or 199? That is about 6 feet something.
6 feet 7 inches around.
Oh,
6.
That's,
yes.
That's a great height.
That's great, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, please continue, sir.
Or some of the boys are 2 meter, 5 meter. If it started Nowadays, Khelo India is also, they are training as well as Sports Authority of India. And most of the state, they have their own hostels in our country. The only thing that we have to come together, train them and get the result. And that is the only result, little bit problem of result, because there is no exposure for the team to play outside along with the international teams.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for
Yes.
enlightening us. Vaishali ma'am, the next question is to you. You have been coaching the Indian women's team as well as the Indian Railways team, women's team. How much talent do you see in the girls today, ma'am?
See, as everyone knows that in Asia, we have 3-4 countries who are the giants, who means everyone knows. In Olympics also they are there, and in Asia also there are 65 affiliated nations. As I want to just clarify, in that 65 nations, we stand somewhere around maybe in the seniors 7th, 8th. Okay, we are not near in the medal still, but Asia, China, Japan, Korea, and now Thailand has picked up like anything. So these 4 countries are uncatchable. You can say. It's not that uncatchable. At times when I would just like to tell you, Thailand and we, when I played in the Junior Asian Championship, I think we have defeated Thailand in the Junior Asian Championship.
Very good.
And then we come to the seniors. That day it was day's game. Whoever performs well, means we and Thailand were at that level. Just because of the lack of experience which last 4-5 years, which we have not gone. Otherwise, in the women's section, I can tell you, we can give more results very early compared to the, because in Asia, we are very good. Indians are supposed to be very good in attack. I'm talking about a little technical thing. We are very good in attack, means wherever the ball is raised, we have got that talent that we can hit the ball and we can score a lot of points. Volleyball is mainly divided into 2 parts actually. It is complex 1 and complex 2 actually. So complex 1 means when you receive the ball, when a setter makes a pass and the attacker hits the ball, and then the covering the attack. So that portion we are very good, no issues. But in complex 2, maybe blocking, then court defense, set and counter attack, maybe we lack a little, because as everyone knows, blocking is the most difficult skill in volleyball actually. And when you are playing, there are systems of playing that blocking systems also. We lack in that actually, but that will come only due to experience. When you play lots of matches, when you play lots of international tournaments with all those players day in and day out, then I think so maybe within 4 years or 5, even we can be the Asian giants. If you start nurturing the players at that age, we have got height, we have got jump. Only issue is for us is the coordination between the frontline and backline players, that defense and attack systems, nothing else. I think in near future we can be the Asian giants. In junior level and the youth level, we are in first 5 and first 6.
Yes, ma'am.
In the seniors, we need to make those seniors count, because as you grow, you need some perks. In the junior level, you are born to make a career, but when you're in the seniors, that professionalism needs to come and that money needs to come. Once that comes in, I think we should be at the top of Asian countries, no issues at all.
Yes, yes. I was coming to that, ma'am. I think money is a very important factor because we need sponsors, and getting sponsors, we'll get the exposure, international exposure to the players, which is very important to become a good team, a good player. International exposure is very important. Sir, my next question is to you. Talent-wise, I think we have a lot of talent in India. And what are we doing at the grassroots level to search these talents, a talent hunt? I know you have been doing this, going to villages and picking up children. But what are the associations doing in this grassroots level, sir?
Yeah. All this volleyball federation also conducting some trials and talent hunt also during the under 14, under 16, 18, under 21. All these the selection committee is over there. And even though school games also, the Volleyball Federation of India sent their selection and get the talent also. As well as under 16, Khelo India also started selecting the tall boys and girls, and they put a one place and they are training. Within these 4 or 5 years, this next year, we'll get some or the good results in a junior boys or junior girls or youth boys or youth girls also. Talent, actually, we have so many hostels in a particular states now. Say example, Kerala, UP, like that. But in Maharashtra, there is no sports hostel also. But we have very good talent with us. We have need to have quality coaches with us and some sports hostels that can be done by government of Maharashtra. And even in the national championships and all that, even Maharashtra is women's section 5 or 6 position, whereas men team is on 8 or 9 position, 9 or 10 positions.
Okay.
This is the case in Maharashtra. We have talent. We need to have essential training for these Maharashtra boys and girls, as well as nationals continuously camps must be over there. Then we'll get the results as early as possible in national arena also.
Okay. Thank you, sir. My next question, I think the future of Indian volleyball is very bright. It looks with coaches of your calibers training the children.
Yeah.
Sir, my next question is to ma'am, I'm sorry. How does the scientific approach help in today's sports, ma'am?
Very important. Very important means, see, when I'm going for a competition or when I'm preparing for a competition, or maybe if a boy or girl is into volleyball and needs to be made a top quality athlete, you need to know all the parameters what he is having. Maybe if I'm selecting him at a younger age, I need to know whether that boy is or girl is jumping good or not, whether she has got strength or not, whether her back strength is not there. So for all these things, you need the support staff. And the scientific reason behind all these things is you need the physios with the team nowadays, right? You need the dietitians with the team right now. And why the physios, I'm very particular about the physios is, see, when you are playing a competition at a higher level, small injuries which happen to players, see, when you are playing a tournament of 8 days or 10 days, where you don't have a break, an off day in between, and you're continuously playing, after all, it is a body. You make extraordinary movements. It is not that we are not trained to do that. We are trained to do all those movements, but sometimes something goes wrong and small injuries which are avoidable. When a physio is available with a team, or a psychologist is available, or maybe a physiologist is available, these are all small things which are avoidable. And the performance of the player is enhanced. And he is confident that even if I have an injury, I will be able to perform tomorrow. My physios are there, my staff is there, and my assistant people are there to look after them. And nowadays, each and every match is a do or die situation. It's not that if you're playing a tournament and in which a championship in which you have got the knockout format. Every point, every set, every match has got an importance. It is not that if my one or two players are not well and I leave this match, I don't win this match. That impact is going to be on the competition. So What I mean to say is when you're going for a competition, you should be well prepared with all this. You can't give lame excuses saying that this player was injured, so my team didn't perform. This was earlier, not now. Now everything is with this help of the staff and all the support staff, the systems in the coaching. These are all the very fundamental things in coaching now.
Very nice that India also has started all this, because internationally it was there since a very long time, and that's why they have taken leaps and bounds, in progress. But it's very nice that we have also started this, and I'm sure that we can compete with the international arena also. I would like
To stand in the international arena now.
Yes,
these are the fundamental things what you need now. This is not what you say luxury.
Yes,
it's a fundamental thing which you need now.
Exactly.
So if you want to have performance, or if you have to have medals in your gritty, then you need all these things to be done.
Exactly.
As soon as that.
Yeah, ma'am. First the coaching was done on the grounds, but now I think half is done
perfect
in a lab.
In the lab, right?
Lab also.
Right, sir. I would like to tell the viewers you'll get a chance to ask questions to these famous personalities in the end of the program. I would even like to add to the viewers that they might be thinking that India has never produced a great player of international. They have produced, of course, but a very great player whom they can compare to the top players of the world. But let me tell you, yes, India had produced a legendary volleyball player. You know, it brings tears to my eyes. He was none other than Jimmy George. He was called the god of volleyball. He received the Arjuna Award at a very young age of 21 in 1976, I think. He played 3 Asian Games in Tehran, Bangkok, and I think Seoul. And he was instrumental in winning a silver medal for India. And I think he was one of the brightest stars of India. And unfortunately, India lost one of the most talented players in a car accident in 1987. I pay my respects to Jimmy George, sir. My next question is to Sir. What is the message to the parents of today who are not ready to push their children to sports? You know, they are more after studying, and they feel that if you go into sports, they might miss their studies. What is the message you give them to push the children to serious sports, not playing down the buildings, anything, but to serious and disciplined sports? Sir, this is to you.
Yeah. Sir, nowadays, there are so many facilities available in the arena of sports, and you can make a career out of it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, even though in a volleyball, you can say our Indian players playing for abroad for so many clubs and getting a lot of money in Saudi Arabia, like Arabian countries, as well as European countries, Pan American countries also, and they earn more than what they earn in India, even better than a job also for a club membership and all this. Whereas the children should play volleyball because there is a chance to make a career in volleyball as well as any other sports also.
Yes,
say example, see many players after this working hard and getting a job also at the banks, the railways, then ITBP services. There are plenty of opportunities for a job. Even though they can make a career out of it, that like physiotherapists, sports medicine doctors, conditioning experts, nutritionists, then so and so. So it is a now opportunity to play and get a job, as well as along with the play, they must study also. Some of our boys also, my boys, 5, 6, 8 IAS officers also. But they must know that where they should stop playing and where they should start their career from beginning itself. Goal should be set and go accordingly. you will get the opportunity to play and you can survive in a life also.
Yes, so you should keep a balance, I think, between the two. A
Yeah,
balance
yeah,
is very important. You cannot do only one thing and not do the other thing. And I'm
yes,
sure
sir.
nowadays in this modern times, there's a lot of opportunities for all youngsters in sports
Yes.
also. Ma'am, this is my last question to you, final question. What advice, it is a very similar question to sir, but I would like to hear it from you also. What is the advice to the aspiring and budding young sports person of today?
Yeah. There is no shortcuts to success. You have to work hard, and work hard. And one day, I just want to tell you that one day you will achieve those goals what you have set for yourself. But you need to dream also, and you need to set the goals also. And there are lots of opportunities. There are lots of career opportunities. But my advice to you is you should have a clear thought in your head first that what in life you want to be. And then follow those dreams and achieve those goals.
Thank you, ma'am. I think most of us will take back these advices and your enlightening words from you and sir also. I would like to thank Jadhav sir and Vaishali ma'am for sharing their thoughts with us. And Nehru Gymkhana is honored in having both of you with us today. Thank you so much. And now I ask the viewers to take the opportunity to ask questions to the two personalities.
Yeah.
Viewers can ask question now.
Viewers can unmute while asking the question.
Shibu sir, can you ask this?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Shibu sir.
Yeah.
Can you ask the viewers to put forward the question?
I'll do one thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir, for this wonderful session.
Thank you.
Now this moment is open for the viewers and the participants over here. And if you have any questions, you can ask sir and madam also. And related to the sports and your career, if you want to pursue it, anything. And this moment is for you all. Please ask some questions right now. Thank you so much.
For Vaishali madam, I want to just ask.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, madam, you played senior nationals for 21 years in a stretch, and which is a record. It
Yeah.
speaks volume about your fitness level. So how important fitness for any sports person you would say?
See, that is the basic thing of sports. Fitness is very important. Very important means it is not only the physical work what you put in, it is the physical plus the mental also. See, fitness is not only the physical work what we do, right? See, after achieving something in a life, maybe after 4 or 5 years or 6 years, I would have said I have played 6 nationals, 7 nationals, I have achieved a lot of things in life, and mentally I would have been satisfied. No. I just want to give a small example over here. Everyone knows Sachin Tendulkar very well. Everyone, he is the sports icon of a country and everything. I just like to tell one or two small incidents about him. That whenever he used to play a big series and come back to Mumbai, if he is there in Mumbai for a day, I think so in that also 1.5 hours, he used to go to the nets and practice. Why? That is dedication. But to maintain that fitness, physically and mentally. He could have very well sat at the home and drank 1 or 2 cups of coffee on the couch, and he would have said, I'm playing the next series, so 1 or 2 days is not going to make a difference for me. But it makes a hell lot of a difference if you don't go on the ground for even 24 hours. One day also if you don't go, the difference levels in the fitness comes down here and there. So if you want to play and perform at a higher level, see, playing is okay, anyone can go and play. But to maintain that for longer years is very difficult. For that, your mental and physical fitness counts a lot.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Rightly said. Thank you, madam.
And I think an example of that, that was, I think, Kapil Dev sir also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was outstanding.
Anyone else?
Jadhav sir, I would like to ask some question over here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now sir, you have a almost experience of 40 years now. Now you almost seen the 4 decades of the coaching and the playing also. So isn't it, I'm talking about 20 years back and those players and today when we see, is there any difference in their attitude or, learning, previously, what guru says, they listen. And is the same thing is going on today also because they have everything, I think this is a question what I want to ask you, sir. This over to you, sir. Especially when even you can insight this.
Earlier, those were in our days also. If our guru says, hey, go for a service, unless and until guru says, hey, stop, we used to do the service, suppose jump on service or whatever it is. So 100, 200, 300 like that we used to operate. But whereas this next generation, they are not ready to work this hard. And moreover, because that reason is, they have so many options now. TV is there, then mobile is there, their attitude is different, then thinking also is a little different. And they don't want to work hard and get the result. Some of their options are there. So they, 1 or 2 years they play and they distract their mind and go some other place. Hey, I'm not getting your selection and going some other place. There is also nothing like this. So many aspects are there in a life, social life also. So earlier players also, like Ramana Rao, once it happened to, his coach told to, you do the blocking. And some guest have come and he was talking with some guest during that local practice also. And he left. After coming by this 45 minutes back, Ramana Rao was jumping as it is because he told that you continue this one. Nowadays, none of the boy or girl will do this. So this is the difference because so many options have come, so many attraction has come, and so on.
Now, I want to ask a question to Vaishali madam.
Tell me.
How far is the IT-enabled assistance is being used in volleyball nowadays? Like you just see the moves of certain player and then suddenly, I mean, your players will also just to cover him up. But these kind of services, how far are we using in our volleyball in India?
No. Tell me why it was not clear. The voice was breaking.
I just want to know the IT-enabled assistance. Like you just see the video of certain player, and then you just see how he plays and all. Then some player will come and cover him up. Like his moves are good, so cover him. So that kind of services. Like in cricket we do. In football it's being done. So is it being done in India in volleyball also?
No, sir. Nowadays, volleyball has become so professional now that internationally, that we play position wise. Okay.
Right.
In the lower level, means in the lower, maybe in the school level or so, maybe it's like that we can go and cover because you are just playing underhand and so on. Not those attacking skills and all are being used. But at international level and all, it is very difficult now because the speed of the service, the speed of the attack is such that even a talented player of any caliber cannot go and cover the 9x9 meter court. So those days it was earlier because it was not an attack oriented game. But now it is not like that, sir. It is very attack oriented game. So it is very difficult to cover or anything of that sort. See, now everyone knows that volleyball is playing in rotation.
What I mean to say, like the play of a particular team, like how we have to manage with that particular team. So are we doing that?
Asim, I'll interrupt in this. Ma'am, he means, do you all watch videos of players?
Right.
Learn about them, their movements, their... that's what he means.
Exactly.
That's what he means of the opponent.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Now, when we go to a competition and we know that we are going to play such and such team. So for every team, we have got a strategy. That suppose now I want to say China. China is very good in height. Okay. So we need to know that their attacking skills are so for blocking what we need to do. Or maybe Japan is very good in fundamentals and very less in mistakes. So to take a point, you cannot hit the ball in the court. Wherever Japan is there, they will go and cover. So each and every team has got their own particularities. Like Thailand. Thailand is very good in speed now. So to defeat those people or to make a point, what are the strategies? What we have to do is, according to the team, we set it. Every competition before the match, or maybe before that match we are playing, one day before, the video analysis, everything is there. Now that there's with our team, it is not yet accompanying, but we coaches show them the videos and all this so that we can perform accordingly next day. And we know mostly that the opponent team, who are the better players, who is good in what, which angle he or she hits the ball, or whether he's dropping the ball. So those all things we have to show in the video analysis.
Right.
And we do that very regularly.
Thank you, madam.
That is also a part of support staff now. He's also the support staff in the team.
Yes.
The video analyzer.
Right.
Vaishali, madam, can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, sure.
Madam, see, the Indian women, like we have seen that they are at average height. So as we said, like Malaysian, Chinese, they're very good in covering and speed. So do you want to tell the the viewers and all things that is it the height really matters for this game, madam?
Yeah, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. See, attack when now simple as that. Now everyone watches basketball now. Okay. Mostly earlier they used to say the ball dribbler is short in height and he is the controller of the team. Okay, but the one who goes and shoots needs height. Okay, but it's not like that now. Now you might be seeing NBA also very regularly. You'll follow NBA or many other games. See, the height advantage becomes very important, especially in basketball, volleyball. Why we need height is when you are in the front line, you need to reach high and hit the ball to attack the ball. See, an outstanding player, maybe suppose he's got a good absolute jump, he can attack once, twice, thrice, but the effort taken by that player is very high compared to a tall player. He'll just stand and block her. So that height advantage plays a very big role nowadays. Earlier it was that average height 5'8", 5'9" was okay, but now 6'3", 6'4" in the women's section, I'm telling, is an average height. And we have got girls who are above 175, 180, 180. Indian team height, average height is above 180 now. So no height, no chance to play volleyball now. You can be a libero. It's not that you cannot play. You can be a libero.
Madam, even for a setter, you need a height.
Yeah, because he has to operate. He has to block.
He has to block also, right?
Yeah. In the front line, when a setter comes, he has to block.
But I've seen sometimes setters with the not that big, that tall, but doing very well.
Maybe that volleyball was maybe
Some
7-8 years back.
Yeah, right.
And with that setter, I can tell you, Japan has won an Olympic medal with only 2 player blocking. But why I would like to tell you, you asked a good question over there. But Japan, as everyone knows, are the king of fundamentals. Those 2 players used to block everyone. In front zone, all 3 attackers, they used to block. And then they have won an Olympic medal. They have got a bronze in Olympics with that setter.
London Olympics.
Yeah.
One question from my end. It was good listening to you, sir and ma'am. I mean, definitely, I would say your inputs were very good. But looking out from this angle, like cricket being a more glamorous sport, and more people are driven to, maybe children and parents are driven into putting their children to this glamorous sport. There is a lot of money and the success is there. But if any child, I mean, if we feel that, okay, he's more driven towards a particular game, volleyball, I need to put him into that sport. I mean, I do not find many schools who are there who are really excelling in this. They have good coaches or teachers or tutors who could really bring the best out of a child. So how do we go about it in case if I have one particular person or my child, if I want to have him go into, he's interested in volleyball and I want him to make a career. So how to go about it? Because it becomes a very fine line. I mean, either I have to choose a school which is excelling in volleyball, and maybe there might not be one. So how do we go about it? Can you give your expert views on this, please?
See, you asked a question which most of the parents are asking nowadays. And actually, what happens, in schools nowadays, we don't have specific coaches. It is just a general coach who has done MPEd or maybe some courses in all the sports. They don't excel in one sport. Okay. And then what they do is they just go into the school and find out what talent that school has got. Maybe nowadays everyone wants to come and play cricket and they want our team to be good. But as everyone knows that kabaddi has also become like everything because of the pro league. So volleyball also, I think
उनको वही मैंने बोला ना कि आप अनम्यूट हो जाओ ना प्लीज, बिकॉज हम उनको अनम्यूट आज कर सकते हैं, कर नहीं सकते. वी कैन जस्ट हाँ.
So what I think is,
बोला था मैंने स्टार्टिंग से एक बार बोल देता हूँ.
If you think your boy or a girl or your child is playing good, school is one thing, and another thing is coaching at this club levels, where you can find 2 or 3 good players from your school who come over there, and then automatically you can form a team in your school, and then you can start playing. You need those clubs also, private clubs or nearby, who will have specific coaches. That I want to say. See, at every age you need a proper coaching. See, suppose I want to become an engineer and I don't know to answer the question answers, so I need my fundamentals to be good. So then what I do is I take a tutor who is good in science, right? So like that, when you go to a club, you make it a point that their volleyball is there. A coach who is there is qualified to coach them into volleyball. That we lack actually. Your question is very good. And now one more thing, like sir was telling that what is the role of a guru earlier and now. Now, when we go on the club or when we are sitting in the ground for training, a parent comes and asks me, he sends his girl or boy for coaching. In a day, I can spare for 1 hour, not more than 1 hour. Okay, fine. You come. He comes and asks me after 5 or 6 days, when is my boy or girl going to play a national? I said, with the coaching of 1 hour. See, I can tell you, I'm not comparing when I played and now. But when I started playing, my mother or my father never went and asked my coach whether she will play for the team or just I was naughty. Maybe they just know that I'm on the ground. So for 1 hour, they are little free, maybe. But nowadays, the parents are also over possessive. And why they are doing that? It is not their mistake, because this is the ask of the time right now. Because in schools, if your child is not getting 90, okay, he'll go for some BA, BCom, something like that. If he has to come in between that 95 to 100, then he can think about NIT and all, XYZ, these all things. So this is the ask of the time. So every parent wants their child to become accordingly. And I told you now, nowadays everyone wants to become a national player or maybe a billionaire overnight. So that's why I was telling there is no shortcuts to hard work.
Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah. That's what.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jadhav sir, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Looking at the current scenario of volleyball in India, how far are we from an Olympic medal?
Actually, so far, our Indian team is not qualified for a World Championship as well as Olympic qualifying round also. The reason is behind that we have less international exposure. And unless and until you have international exposure, because in 1972, Japan became an Olympic champion. But before that competition, 1972, Japan played European countries, American countries, and all other countries 120 international matches and then became them a champion in Olympics. That scenario is not now with us because the financial aspect is also considered for these requirements. Now government is come forward, they are doing very well as our volleyball federation also taking efforts to compete along with these international competitions. Our teams are prepared nowadays, but it will take a time, 4 or 5 years, to compete international arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask your question, kindly unmute yourself first.
We give them 2 minutes and then we wind up.
Yeah, Vaishali ma'am, this now COVID-19 pandemic is going on.
Yeah.
So what you will be suggest to players and coaches to like keep mentally and healthily fit during this period?
Yeah. See, as everyone knows, as the pandemic has come and we are locked down at home, but at the same time, there are lots of exercises and fitness what you can do in your house, maybe in your balconies, maybe in your terraces or in the parking area. I still remember when in India it is still that we play outdoor. Actually, volleyball is an indoor sport, but we play outdoor most of the times. So when this rainy season comes, we are not allowed, we cannot enter the ground. So what we do is, when there is a parking space or anywhere, we just keep ourselves fit. We do all the fundamental things what we used to do, and this is the time when you what do you say, make small corrections in your fundamental things and all. But at this point, I would like to say, because of the pandemic, you have to be first mentally very fit, because everyone is thinking that we have come to a standstill and maybe tomorrow we don't know whether we will be, that volleyball will be being played same or not, whether there will be some changes in this or not. But whatever comes, maybe whatever comes, if you are mentally fit and physically fit, we will come back, don't worry. And as everyone knows that we love volleyball, so maybe earlier when we used to, after taking a point, we used to give high fives, or maybe we used to go and clap, or a team used to come together. Maybe 1 or 2 restrictions will come into volleyball. Otherwise, it is going to be the same.
Exactly. Well said, ma'am. Anyone else? I think we'll hand over to Kirti ma'am.
Thank you, Kiran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Nehru Gymkhana trustees and managing committee, it is my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks to the 2 great pillars of volleyball fraternity, Mr. Devidas Jadhav sir, the international volleyball coach, and Ms. Vaishali Phadtare, former international volleyball player and current international volleyball coach, who also has been awarded a Shiv Chhatrapati Award. On the occasion of National Sports Day, we couldn't have expected someone as experienced and knowledgeable personalities as these 2. It was indeed a delight to have a wonderful interaction session with the 2 eminent personalities, who also happen to be a Guru and Shishya Jodi. These 2 have given us a wonderful session, who have imparted their knowledge and experiences to all the eminent guests on board and the Nehru Gymkhana members. I had a pleasure and opportunity to train under Devidas sir and have seen Vaishali play, and I know she was a role model for many in the late 80s and early 90s. So it was a great pleasure to see her play at the nets, and she was actually very naughty, and I think at times she has done sledging also at the nets. And the day she wouldn't be there in the Maharashtra team, I think the spectators would be a little upset that we are not able to see Vaishali play today.
No entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. She was a thorough entertainer on courts.
Full dhamaka.
Full dhamaka. Once again, along with the eminent guest, I would thank Mr. A.K. Sinha, our pioneer trustee of Nehru Gymkhana, for joining the webinar for the welcome speech. I would also thank Mr. Shibu Varghese for the wonderful introduction, and never the least, Kiran Stanley for being a wonderful host, and co-host Mr. Asim Nigam, who managed the technical part fantastically. Once again, I thank everyone on behalf of Gymkhana for being with us for this wonderful evening.
If permitted, I can say a word.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a very, very lovely and wonderful idea by the managing committee, sports volunteers. Nehru Gymkhana is doing extremely well. They are promoting exports, what has been our motto. Unfortunately, since some 5-6 years, I am not able to contribute much being away from the Mumbai. But this new initiative is very lovely because it will many birding sports persons, they want to listen their whom to they look upon in every field. No, suppose in the volleyball, when everybody would like to meet Devidas sir, Vaishali ma'am, and if they are speaking, so they will be very, very much enriched. They will get energized. They will see what mistakes we are making or what mistakes we should not make. So such initiatives in many fields. It's wonderful, and I compliment my friends from the NG. You keep on, and this is a very nice initiative. Unfortunately, I could not interact many of the times, but I would like to, whenever I'm free, I'm a little busy right now with certain assignments of the department. But if given time, I would definitely keep on joining. And my all best wishes with you all. Thank you. And thank you, Devidas sir and Vaishali ma'am. All the best.
Pleasure, our pleasure to be associated with Nehru Gymkhana. And for volleyball, we are always available. Anything for volleyball in the world, we are there. So no issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Sinha, for your kind words.
And I'm also associated with Nehru Gymkhana.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we didn't mention. Sir is an honorary member of the Nehru Gymkhana.
That I know. That I'm aware.
Yeah. And ma'am, we invite you also to the Gymkhana. Whenever everything is normal, you are most welcome to Gymkhana to give some tips or some coaching to our.
No, I can be on the field only. I can't be anywhere else. I can be on.
Yeah, definitely.
I will surely come. No
Please,
issues. Yeah, sure.
Very kind of you.
And very thankful to Nehru Gymkhana for giving an opportunity to speak for everyone. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for such a nice webinar. Enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Azim sir, just turn back. No?
Okay, see you all then. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy.
Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Happy weekend.
Yeah. Thanks, ma'am. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.